They were transported by ambulance. He stated that the two surviving children were found in very bad condition. He states that they appear to be very malnourished and dirty. The sergeant further advised that the children were found with the father, Dylan O'Neill, paternal grandfather, Paul Hernandez, and uncle, Zachary O'Neill. He stated that all three men have been arrested. Dylan was arrested for capital murder. Zachary and Paul were arrested for hindering apprehension. The sergeant also advised that the children's mother, Connie, was at the hospital waiting for the arrival of the children. I arrived at Midland Memorial Hospital, where I was able to observe the baby being treated by emergency room staff. The baby was wearing a diaper, and I observed injuries to both legs. The injuries were in the healing stage, and I was unable to determine what caused the injuries. God. The baby appeared malnourished, low body weight, pale skin color, sunken cheekbones. The baby was nonverbal. I also observed one of the children who appeared malnourished, very low body weight, pale skin color, and sunken cheekbones. The child had what appeared to be an infected laceration to a finger on his left hand. The baby had injuries to both legs and a small blister on one of his left toes. The injuries to the baby's legs were in the healing process. The baby had what appeared deep bruising to both butt cheeks. The baby had an infection to the tip of I can't even tell y'all that part. And it was bruised. Okay. Nursing staff advised that the baby weighed 12.3 kilos, roughly 27 pounds, and the other child weighed roughly 25 pounds. Medical staff also informed me that those were the two children that weren't unalived. So correction, those two children were the ones that looked like they had been. Oh, but CPS didn't take it seriously because they didn't take these kids. The baby, the 11-month-old child, arrived to the hospital and was pronounced deceased on arrival. I was informed that he was severely malnourished and weighed 11 pounds. I was advised that the baby was found in horrible condition and that he had what appeared to be long hair wrapped around his, and it appeared infected. I went to speak with the children's mother, Kayl1e. Connie advised that she and Dylan had been together and also be prepared because she's a liar. I went to speak with the children's mother, Kayl1e. Connie advised that she and Dylan had been together for 10 years and split up in December 2021. She advised that she remained in the home until February when she decided to leave by herself. Remember, she said that she was smused the whole time. Hey, Ray Ray. And that's why she left. She ran with only the clothes on her back. But it gets interesting. She advised that she remained in the home till February when she decided to leave by herself and leave the children at the residence with Dylan. She stated that she was homeless and didn't want the children to be with her. She states that the last time she physically saw the children was in February. She states that her relationship ended with Dylan due to DV. She stated that she knows he is violent and that is why she never went to try and see the kids. There has been a long history of DV between the two of them. Now remember, this is all stuff that she is stating. She states that she previously went to the Safe Place DV shelter with her children 3 years ago to get away from Dylan, but she did return to be in a relationship with him. Connie stated that throughout this year, she would send Dylan money via Cash App for the children and states that he should still have their food stamp cards. She states that she would only get updates of the children via photographs Dylan would send, which she stopped receiving in October. She states she wanted to get the children, but was never able due to not having a residence until 6 months ago. So she had a residence 6 months ago, but still wasn't getting them. When she met and moved in with her new boyfriend, Joshua Cherry. She states she called law enforcement. Those are adults, by the way. She states she calls law enforcement once during the summer so she could go and get the children, but law enforcement advised her that since she is saying Dylan is the father and he is claiming to be the father, it is a civil matter and she would need to go to court. Connie stated she did not get the paperwork at that time and only recently got the paperwork on Friday, December 2nd, 2022. Connie states that she knows Dylan is diagnosed schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, depression, and an impulse disorder. She doubts that he was taking his meds, but she never went to try and get the children. She states that she found out several years ago that Dylan would self-medicate with math, though she never actually saw him using it. She states she heard last week from a friend of his that he was using math again, but did not attempt to go and get the children upon hearing that. Connie initially stated that she only has 3 children. Connie initially stated that she only has 3 children, but when speaking with her about previous CPS history, she admitted that she has 4 children, but one of her children was removed and she relinquished her rights to that child. After reviewing the previous history with the department, it was revealed that Connie had not only 1 child removed, but 3 in 2018, all of whom Connie lost rights to and were adopted out. That was the time that she left Safe Place and returned to be in a relationship with Dylan. Connie and Dylan have both also had an extensive history with the department dating back to 2010. There has been an ongoing pattern for years of DV between Connie and Dylan. That pattern includes the couple separating, then getting back together and engaging in DV again. There has been a long pattern with most of Connie's 10 children always being observed unkempt and dirty. All of them. Home conditions have been seen to be deplorable in several of the investigations with the department, and there have been concerns of rug usage by both parents in the past. Both parents. Both Connie and Dylan have been validated several times for multiple children for concerns of physical neglect and neglectful supervision due to rug usage, malnourishment, and DV. Connie advised that the most recent incidence of DV was in January when Dylan assaulted her again in a parking lot. I spoke with Connie's current boyfriend, Joshua Cherry, and he advised me that if he were to take a rug test, he would fail and said he uses Bree's favorite thing. He advised that it is not an everyday usage. No wonder Shelby was cool with these people. It's not an everyday usage, but it is active as he uses on his off days to swap his sleep schedule back to normal after working nights in the oil field. He admitted that his last usage was less than a month ago, and he began using Snow in his early 20s. I spoke with family members who have 3 of Connie and Dylan's children and was advised that there have been many concerns for Dylan's mental health and rug usage for years now. I was advised that Connie has a history of leaving the children with Dylan for extended periods of time without contacting him or the children, then coming back. So remember how she said she left because of that? But yet she would just leave her kids there and never talk to them or him. She also has a history of engaging in DV around the children with Dylan. So it says she has a history of engaging in DV around the children with Dylan. Family members stated that neither Connie nor Dylan have attempted to see or speak to the children they have in 4 years. So they just forgot about the kids that they already had and gave up. I spoke with family members about the possibility of being placement for these children. They stated they would think about it, but due to having the other children, they may not be able to be long-term placement for them. And this is exactly what I said. I think that there was no way for them to place these kids anywhere else, and so they gave them back to her. Supervisor Blank has reached out to the past foster placement. Placement is no longer a foster home. Attempts have been made to contact them directly, but at this time, there has been no response from messages left. Blank and Blank are currently hospitalized at Covenant Children's Hospital and are expected to be released within the next day or 2. All of these babies had to be hospitalized. Oh, allegations, neglectful supervision. this says dates from 10/19/2020 to 12/30/2010. She has 2 of her children back. One of them was unalived. Reason to believe neglectful supervision of blank blank by Kayl1e and Kayl1e, whoever that is, ruled out medical neglect of blank by Kayl1e and Kayl1e. Connie had taken blank to home of her ex-boyfriend Dylan O'Neill. Connie admitted to Dylan having anger issues and stated that Dylan has tried to fight Father Joseph. So this was the father of her first kid, I believe, in the past with Dylan. In the past, Kayl1e also had concerns of drug usage in the home of Dylan. Connie stated that she is no longer with Dylan and she will not allow blank to be in that home. Case was referred to FBSS. So, this one was in 2010 to 2011. Joseph also attends school and works part-time to ensure that he is able to care for his son. Joseph has taken Connie to court for full custody of their son. Joseph and his parents were awarded custody, and Connie only receiving supervised visitation due to an incident that occurred at their home between Connie and Joseph's mother. We're going to go over all of these. This is just a summary of all the big ones. So I'm just showing y'all that this had a lot to do with her too. Make sure y'all send your daily heart me's and don't forget to go back and hit collect so that you get the points for it. Rule out neglectful supervision by Dylan O'Neill and Kayl1e. There were no criminal engagement by either parent, no indication of alcohol or drug abuse from either parent, no injuries were observed on either child. Mother and father denied allegations. The neighbor to Dylan and Connie stated he has only seen father yell and cuss at Connie, but never in front of the children. The living conditions were clean and appropriate for their children. There was plenty of food and water. Investigation. This was in 2014. Neglectful supervision and physical neglect. The parents both tested negative for rugs and were tested using mouth swabs at the location. The family is poor and struggles to meet their housing needs. The home did not have any immediate safety concerns for the children. This is how many times CPS was called on them. Niecy, because I fucking want to, and because she deserves to be in jail just like her boyfriend, because she is just as much at fault. So if you want to stay in here, zip it. If you heard the discussion that we heard yesterday between these two while he was in jail, you would feel the same way. So again, in 2015, rule out medical neglect. The children were never sicker than with colds and allergies, and the parents have given the caregivers a power of attorney and are assisting in acquiring necessary paperwork for the children to obtain care. So basically, the aunt that had adopted these kids, they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So the aunt had to file with CPS so that she could take the kids to the doctor. 2015, again, the parents are not doing any services. They have not been cooperative with the department. The children are safe. The family is aware of community supports. At this time, the parents agree to keep the children at Elsa and Frank's home. 2017, neglectful supervision. Abbreviated closure. Blank, blank, blank have not been living with Connie and Dylan for over 2 years. Elsa and Frank O'Neill are in the process of getting custody of the children through legal aid. Dylan and Connie both supervised the baby. The baby had no marks or bruises, was dressed appropriately, and had formula. The baby was clean and looked healthy for a 4-month-old. The baby also had appropriate sleeping arrangements. There were no concerns in the home that the baby is living. 2018, medical neglect, neglectful supervision, and physical neglect. Kayl1e and Dylan O'Neill were involved in a volatile relationship that included DV. Through the investigation, Ms. Kayl1e and Mr. O'Neill could not provide a clean and stable environment. There was concern with Blank's weight, as she weighed 22 pounds in March 2017 and only gained 2 pounds since. So this is an ongoing thing. And she was in the home when these children were not weighing what they were supposed to weigh. There is concern that the children were found in unsanitary conditions and their hygiene was poor, resulting in Blank having a severe rash in his area that was bleeding, and he also had another rash in his neck area. There is concern that Ms. Kayl1e does not have the necessary skills to ensure that her children maintain a stable and sanitary environment. There is concern that Ms. Kayl1e keeps allowing Mr. O'Neill access to her home against the safety plan that she agreed to, and as a result, Ms. Kayl1e was attacked by Mr. O'Neill. Children were removed and TMC given to the department. Termination of parental rights. This was in 2019. The children are in adoptive placement. Both Miss Walde and Mr. O'Neill relinquished their rights of all 3 children. Rule out neglectful supervision. Connie did not place blank in any situations that would meet the definition for neglectful supervision. She also did not fail to remove him from any such situation. Connie has willingly taken a rug test and was negative for all substances. Connie provides all basic needs for blank. Connie is living alone in an RV with no risk of DV. Case was referred to FBSS. Conclusion, mother has not completed, this was in 2019 to 2020. Mother has not completed all her recommended classes due to blank being sick, etc. But blank's well cared for and attends daycare. This is what I'm saying. Hasn't completed all her classes, but it's okay. And attends daycare regularly. Daycare staff as well as pediatrician report blank is always clean and dressed appropriately. Never seen with any unexplained bruises or injuries. There is no indication of any DV or rug use in the home. Mother and blank live alone and no indication that ex-boyfriend O'Neill has been around blank at any time. Landlord reported it's only mother in the RV. Then Connie was arrested for and convicted for theft of property. Dylan has weed charge, unlawful restraint, criminal mischief, and then of course there's his capital schmurder. At this time, no interstate placement is planned. Conclusion, the case was staffed with supervisor, blah, 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 program director, and a decision was made that emergency removal be conducted based on the above facts. The department believes that there is a continuing danger to the physical health and safety of the child if the child remains in the home. Specifically, the children were all found to be malnourished, skinny, with unknown injuries and burns on their bodies. Blank and blank are both delayed for their age. 11-month-old blank passed away due to severe malnourishment while in the care of Mr. O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill is charged with capital unaliving of their 11-month-old baby. Miss Connie Walde left the children with Mr. O'Neill, knowing his tendencies for violence. Miss Connie Walde knew of Mr. O'Neill's untreated mental health and had concerns for his rug use by Mr. O'Neill, yet still made no attempts to go and get her children from Mr. O'Neill. Miss Connie Walde and Mr. O'Neill have demonstrated a pattern of DV within their relationship and physical neglect of their children dating back to 2010. Miss Walde and Mr. O'Neill have both been provided services to address proper care of their children, substance abuse and domestic or DV by the department on multiple occasions. Parents have worked with family-based safety services and been involved with conservatorships for the same concerns. So y'all, this is years, a literal decade of CPS history and the same shit, different day. She still left her kids there, just to be clear. This is just conservatorship. The purpose of this suit is to establish the parent-child relationship between Joseph Gabladon and the child of this subject suit. The best interest of the child, the subject of this suit, will be served by appointment of Joseph Gabladon. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Check. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. Anyways, so is her name actually Connie? Yes. Okay. So right now, do y'all have any questions? Who is this regarding? Her name is Connie Walde. Her name was Ash Trevino Roaches on this app. And she was someone that commented on Bree's parenting and clearly had no reason to be commenting on Bree's parenting. And yeah, so She was talking crap about me as a mother, made up lies about me as a nurse, talked about my husband and so on, while this was the glass house that she was throwing stones from. So I don't know if she's still on TikTok. So basically her first child, they did a the dad asked for full custody. Petitioner requests the court, after notice and hearing, to make temporary orders for the safety and welfare of the child, including but not limited to the following: enjoining Kayl1e from removing the child beyond so basically she couldn't leave the state with him, denying Kayl1e access to the child, or alternatively rendering a possession order in accordance with blah, blah, blah. Request for a temporary restraining order. So he wanted a restraining order from her. And pretty much in this order, he won. He got custody of the child, and he got the temporary restraining order. And here's this: petitioner Joseph Jesus Gabladon appeared in person. Connie appeared in person. The court finds that the alleged father, Joseph, has admitted to paternity of blank by pleading in or open court under oath. It is ordered that Joseph, and he is educated to be the father to this child born on September 2nd, 2010, to Kayl1e, and that the parent-child relationship between the father and child is established. So it is ordered that Joseph and Connie are appointed joint managing conservatorship of the child, which basically means legal rights. But it is ordered that at all times, Joseph, as a parent, joint man, so basically that it says that they have all these rights. Basically the rights to do whatever you want with your kid. But it is ordered that Kayl1e shall have possession and access to the minor child on the first, third, and fifth Friday of each month, beginning at 6 p.m. and ending at 8 p.m. on the same day, the first, third, and fifth Saturday of each month, beginning at 1 p.m. and ending at 6 p.m. on the same day. And then same thing for Sundays. So basically she couldn't have overnights with her own kid because they thought she was dangerous. She could have telephone visits. And this was a very young child, and the mother lost custody. And she had supervised visitation, and then she had a workup plan with this child. And then just didn't take care of him anymore after some point.